And now, Philipsburg Broadcasting proudly presents Good Morning, Mr. Governor, with Francis Carty.
Good morning, Mr. Governor. As many Americans celebrate the U.S. Independence Day on Monday, July the 4th, we are reminded of the recently passed legislation in Congress as the Caribbean Strategic Engagement Act that calls for further expansion on collaboration between the United States and the Caribbean region. At a time in history when the world is in trouble, when there's increasing anxiety about the fixation of security and no compassion for anything that is different from what we know, believe in, or feel, this legislation is calling on the U.S. Secretary of State and the Administrator of the U.S. Agency for International Development to submit to Congress a multi-year strategy focused on enhancing engagement with Caribbean countries, with greater emphasis on enhancing outreach to and between members of Caribbean diaspora communities living in the United States and the Caribbean. You may question the motives of such a law, but in reality, this does not come to us as a surprise because the Caribbean is considered as one of the principal borders to the United States of America. It confirms the reality that whenever the U.S. sneezes, the Caribbean catches a cold. At our governor's recent symposium themed Securing National Development, we were told by one of its keynote speakers that the reason why we cannot break out of our stagnated growth is because of the lack of foreign direct investments. Whether this is the case or not, we need the United States, and the United States needs us. And the more we begin to understand and appreciate this reality, the quicker we will experience greater collaboration between good U.S. investors and our business community. Our forefathers knew this reality a long time ago, and they made it possible for good investors to invest in our people and our economy. It is time for us to study this new legislation and show our appreciation by inviting interested, bona fide investors to consider St. Maarten as their next investment in the Caribbean. Good morning, Mr. Governor.
That was Good Morning, Mr. Governor by Francis Carty.